Here we go. Purple time. All right, snap call on the flop, and we have ourselves purple, please. There we go. A interesting decision. GTO for weak. Now, feels kind of reggy, but the snap call on the flop could definitely be King X. We don't want to bet fold. We can check call. I mean, there are going to be some flush draws in his range. He's going to have float a hand like Jack 10 with a spade. He's going to bet the turn. He's going to maybe have some 8-9 of spades. Probably not going to bet the turn so much. And so we hit a 10, and I think on the turn we typically can also eliminate 10x from his range. King X, sorry. I think most King X are going to bet from him. So he's got some 6x that might be there. Hand like 6-5, for example. Always calls flop, always checks turn, maybe. Although sometimes bets turn as well. Really close what to do now. I'm not sure. I guess we'll go for a little block bet. If you're not sure, block bet's never a bad thing. We'll go super small. And he jams, and I guess we're just going to fold now. Again, we can't really weight down. We already talked through his range, right? So 8-9 of spades is there, obviously. Queen 9 of spades. All the flush draws are there. Typically no King X in his range. So I think we just have a fairly comfortable fold. He could turn a hand into a bluff. He could turn a hand like 6-3, 5 off with a spade. But it's hard to have double blockers here because you have to have 3-5 off, 2-5 off, 6-5 off. And not only do you not have tons of those hands pre, but also on the turn, the 6-5 is a lot of times thinking of betting. And even on the flop might think of raising. So I think we're fairly comfortable. It was a pretty quick jam as well. It didn't seem to be, let's say, inspired from the sizing we used. But obviously I could be wrong there. I'm so sorry, Bosch, by the way. I was playing literally 12 hours ago. I was playing poker on 13 hours ago. I was playing poker online, and obviously online. And someone wrote in the chat, "Oh, Tom, a big fan of the stream." I went, "Oh, thanks very much." And he's gone, "Yeah, but I've lost lots of money." I was like, okay. And he said, "Since I started watching YouTube, my chip is on downloads." And I was like, yeah, good to hear. Bobby says, "Have you ever tried to be team pro for a site?" I have not tried to be team pro for a site, no. They are missing out because I tell you what, pretty big in terms of the spin and go promos. We got approached once, but I said I don't want to be part of the system, you know. I value my independence too much. I think I'd be a better Coca-Cola sponsor, if I'm honest. All right, come on, hold. $50, let's go. This is a good flop, actually. Not such a good turn. Yes, good river. I was trying to figure out if we chopped or not. Nice. 8-3 off will be a fold. So we're getting a decent bit of profit. So Hitokuri is a reg, 4.8. I mean, this is a cool... yeah, there's nothing really you can do here. Looking for a jack or a 6. Jack or a 6. Or a queen. So close, so close. We assume Hitokuri is shoving somewhat correctly. You could argue for a fold there maybe if you think Hitokuri wasn't shoving wide enough. But I would typically think not. Interesting they haven't called yet. Okay. Alright, let's make a comeback. That's the plan. Okay, good start. Queen 3 be a call for 3.5. I like we haven't been snap jammed. I like that we got a walk. That's very nice for us. Ace 3 will be a jam. 3.2. Yeah. Nice. Okay. We got a chance. Ace 7 will be calling it. Good luck. Come on, 65% of the time. Hedge your bets. Thank you very much. We need a 3 or an 8 or 7. Hedge your bets. Thank you so much for the subscription. Very much appreciated. Thank you. I hope you're hedging your bets well. We have not hedged our bets well in that game, unfortunately. But maybe next time we'll do it. The sites need some spin pros. Well, don't they just, huh? So if you were a poker site, how would you try and market spin and goes? Because I think there's in my opinion, right? They need to create, I think, something which would be, they could do like a competition sort of thing where So we have the leaderboards anyway, right? So we know that they have leaderboards, but I think those are daily leaderboards. I think it'd be quite interesting if they had maybe a monthly leaderboard. Or maybe, for example, some sort of like Premier League for spin and go players. We're back in a 2x, so let's get rid of the 5x Lightning because that did not help. But if you know what I mean, where I don't know exactly how it would be worked out, but you could have some sort of metrics where you rank players based on, I don't know, Chippy or something. Like I don't really know. I mean, this is obviously for the poker sites to figure out. But I think that'd be really cool to do something like that. Here we have lots of 4-3, 4-2, 3-4. Lots of potential bluffs in our thing range. I will go for an overbet here. Because Jabora may have seen us play a little bit and knows that we could be bluffing with some of these spots. And so let's do that. It's going to be fairly elastic, I would guess, with a hand like King Jack, King X, or a Queen X maybe. Still some 10s and Jacks maybe they could call with. But we got to fold. But if anyone else has any ideas for how to... Because imagine that. Imagine there was something where you could be like... If there was some ranking which a site could be like, oh, the 2021 spin and go champion, so-and-so, and it'd be like, oh, exciting, you know what I mean? I think that'd be pretty cool if we could do something like that. Who knows, though? I'm open to ideas. They're probably open to ideas, too. Tarumbo, hello, Tarumbo. See if we can hit here. That's a lot of outs. There's one of them. There's one of them. Good, we got a win. We needed that. Alright, so let's... put 2x in, but then we'll buy another. Bosch says, I tried to play them without rake back, really, so it was doomed. Yeah, that's going to be tough. It is doable, but like I would say for anybody, Bosch, let's use you as a case study. For someone that is newer to spins, how should you approach it, right? If you're trying to become a full-time spin and go professional, I would suggest make sure you start small. So the games are naturally going to be easier at the lower stakes, right? If you're playing, and when I say low stakes, like, don't move up to the high, mids, even the low stakes. Don't move up to $10 until you have a good sample winning at the stake below. I think it's a really good default practice to be in, where, let's say I was brand new to the game. This would be my approach. So I would, let's just think about this first. We caught a bet on the turn. Do we ever get bet give ups? Could even fold this sometimes, but I think with top pair we're going to call one bet. No jack. I think if he goes for a bet on the river, we'll fold. We have just loads of 10x though, we'll just snap off, right? You know, it's just quite rare to see a bluff here. And I mean, we do have some, we don't really have two pair though. Houses, queen jack, no. Okay. So what I would say is, let's say, you know, I don't know, I was a student or I work part-time or something. What I would do is I would say, okay, I've got $10. Let's keep it small, right? Let's go play 25-cent games. Now, $10 is probably enough for a 25-cent game. You know, you've got what, 40 buy-ins there. So you might get really unlucky, but would be okay. And see how your chippy V is, you know what I mean? Like, keep working on some stuff. Work on some strategy. Obviously, absorb as much spin and go content there is out there. You may as well do it for free. Watch every Team 600 YouTube video, for example. Watch all the Twitch streams, ask questions. Hey, yeah, so I don't really know. I feel like my big blind's not so good. What could I do there, for example? Sober Day, thank you very much for following. And then when you've got, you know, a few hundred games at 25 cents where it's gone quite well, and maybe you've made $5, $10, whatever, you can then move up to the 50 cent, the $1 games, and just sort of build a sample there. And you don't have to, like, you know, if you got the, you don't have to, you can be a bit more accelerate the progress. But I would definitely not recommend guys go and play like $20 straight off the bat, because the games are just tougher naturally, right? It's tougher to win at 20 than it is at 25 cents. At 25 cents, you can kind of go in with a pretty static basic strategy. So like, there's a couple of guys, for example, who've one of the guys I work with taught his girlfriend how to play spins, and she's playing 25-cent games, and she's like really taking her time doing it slowly, but it's made like $50 or something so far. And just enjoying the game and just learn, you know, what's, I think it's a great opportunity to learn, and not only learn about the actual poker and the technical work, but also learn about like what emotionally, what frustrates you. Do you get annoyed when you lose a flip or whatever? So those are really interesting things to think about. And then as you move up into the lower stakes, which could take a couple of weeks maybe, but there's plenty of time. There's no rush. If you start running bad at the 10s or the 20s, well, now you're suddenly have the opportunity to go and get an EV deal with Team 601, for example. If you've got 1,000 games at the 10s with a decent chip EV, but you've just not made any money because you've run really bad in terms of your all-ins, go and apply for Team 601. Go get an EV deal. You've got a good sample if you write them a nice message. And that's a really good way to do it where you stay secure. And I would say that's a great approach for guys to take that. It's just to be quite methodical and patient, because a lot of people think that poker's going to die in the next year, but a lot of people thought that for the last 10 years, the last 20 years. And I think you're going to be, I think if you're an ultra player, let's say you're just terrible at poker, right? It's at least better to find that out at the 25-cent games rather than the $50 games, right? Anyway, Gregor says it's still quite sucky that new players come into ultra spins, lose money, and most aren't aware how much better their return will be with rate back. That's the biggest argument for why rate should be lowered. Well, actually, I think you'll find we should raise the rate because of the little poker joke. Yeah. Did I add the bank? I didn't do the buying for this.